The most important work you will ever do will be within the walls of your own home. Harold B. Lee. Hello and welcome back to Grace.Filled. I am so excited you joined me today for another video, and this video is especially special because I get to have another collaboration with one of my sweet friends, Shayla. Shayla is a sweetheart, and she shares over on her blog at singinganewsong.com, and over there you can find some amazing blog posts. She has a lot to offer, she has a lot to share, and if you'll stick around to the very end, you might be one of the winners of one of her products from her store. Shayla reminds me a lot of me because she's very eco-friendly as well. She has 6 kids. She homeschools. On her channel, she talks a little bit about healthy living, organizing, style, beauty, modern homemaking, and she also offers some homeschool resources and inspiration for a productive day and time management. So I just want to say welcome to all of you guys here. I am a wife, a mom of 5, and on this channel I talk all about inspiration, encouragement, and motivation for your faith, for your home, for your homeschool, and for your life. So for all my returning friends, thank you so much for joining me today, and I just want to extend another welcome to all of you guys who are visiting from other channels, especially from Shayla's channel. If you let me know in the comments below, I can greet you and just love on you a little bit. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. This video is a Sabbath prep ultimate clean with me. In this video, I'm doing a little bit of fall and winter homemaking, as well as decorating my bathroom and my kitchen. Somewhere along the way, I went from thriving to surviving, from being full of joy to being full of stress, to be honest. So, instead of identifying the problems that I was experiencing and finding solutions, I turned the other way and ignored how I was feeling. This was not good. This allowed things to fester and grow within me. So although I love minimalism for my new capsule wardrobe and the benefits of that, I love minimalism for the way my home is pretty much always tidy and company ready in 15 minutes. Although I love it because it takes the focus off of the quantity of items and puts it more on the quality, specifically things that you love, that spark joy, and that are important to you as an individual. But the reality is, I love it because it has taught me to let go. Something that's been really hard for me to do over the years. This is my 3rd or so year on my minimalist journey, and I can say that having less has truly given me more, and it has changed my life. I have realized that less has become more for me. More time, more joy, more peace, more order. So in this video, and typically on my channel, you'll find me moving things around. I typically don't go and buy new items. I just move around and play with the items that I already have. Initially, I thought I'm gonna go and get glass containers for all of these, and then that way I can organize everything neat And of course, anything's a lot better than what it was before. But then I asked myself the question, what do I already have? And is there anything I have here that I can make over this space without spending any money, making this look better so that it's aesthetically pleasing for me? And that's when I remembered I had a bare mineral bag. And so I went and I grabbed it, and I just stuck the herbs into the bag. And although it's not as neat, and although it's not as nice as the glass jars, because I didn't want to stop in the middle of cleaning to go to the store, I figured this would work for now. The best part is it's free. But not only is it free, it's given order to a space that was cluttered and bothering me. I have decided that I will hold myself to a standard of grace, not perfection. But also, I want to be mindful of all that God has given me, because I am to be a wise steward over it. And I don't want to be wasteful, but I want to be mindful. I want to be grateful. I want to steward well what I have been entrusted with. To be completely honest, that's really hard in times like now, where we are constantly bombarded with the newest, the latest, the coolest updates and decor and clothes and shoes and makeup, nails, hair, anything you can think of. There is something new this minute, and then the next minute, it's like every minute there's something new. And even if you just take a look at one thing, one time, if you observe, you'll notice you'll start getting ads, you'll start getting emails, you'll start seeing it post up on your media pages, even though you may have never seen it before. These things make it hard to be content. And content is the enemy of homemaking, in my opinion. So for me, gratitude works. Focusing on what I have and not what I don't have, while making sure that I'm creating atmospheres and spaces like this one. Look how relaxing and inviting this space looks. I didn't spend any money on this particular space. I literally just moved some things around. But in moving some things around, it created a beautiful atmosphere. Look how organized and neat that is. Even though I don't have the beautiful glass jars, and even though I didn't get the glass dispensers to put my body washes in, it's okay. And that's what I want to leave with you guys today. Do the best with what you have, where you are right now. And same thing, I had this mirror by my desk in the hallway, and I brought it in here to give myself a DIY vanity. Now, will I get a vanity? Absolutely. But do I have it today? No. And so until I get it, how can I make this space functional and beautiful? So I did spend $9, and I got this 3-piece set that says, "Let all you do be done in love." Because I love these scripture reminders all throughout my house. See this one that says gratitude. I think the things that we see, the things that we hear, the things that we speak become our reality. That one says, count your blessings. So when I walk into my bathroom and I see this gratitude and blessings, and in my bathroom, in the toilet part, it's Corinthians talking about love is patient, love is kind. These reminders help remind me on what is the most important thing and what I should be focused on. So I have come up with a new project that I'm working on. So that piece that was there in between those two geoid looking canvas pictures, by the way, I have a canvas infatuation. It was moved onto the new project. I'll share that later with you. But now I'm done with the bathroom. I'm done with my makeup area. It was an $8 upgrade that I have absolutely been loving, and I just feel so thankful and blessed. Now I'm moving on to do some dusting. This is something that you can do for free that helps you breathe better, helps get rid of all that dust and things that are floating around in the air. And for those of you who don't know, we have a lot of cats. Each of my children have a cat, and one of our cats just had kittens. So we have a lot. We have 6 baby kittens. So you see me in every video vacuuming. I vacuum, to be honest, most of the time 2 times a day. So you'll notice I don't have anything fancy in this space. It's a simple space for my family, but I want to let you know it's not about fancy spaces. It's about taking care of what you've been blessed with. No matter how fancy, no matter how simple, how are you storing it? How are you taking care of it? What I noticed is when I had all the fancy pillows and all the extras, every time I would go into that area, you know what I saw? Everything all over the floor. To be honest, that really bothered me. So you know what I did? I took those pillows and I put them in the bag and I removed the bag. And now every time I go into that space, it's neat and orderly, because the reality is most of the time when people have all those pretty pillows, they move them to sit down. Sometimes they don't, but I see a lot of people move them. And so having 5 kids and having so many kittens, I'm not at a space right now where I want things just to be for aesthetics, with the exception of my bathroom and my makeup area. For the rest of the home, I'm going for function. I'm going for a safe haven. I'm going for a clean, inviting area. For those of you who have not been following me, my word of the year is atmosphere. At the beginning of every year, I pick a personal word for myself, which was to bloom, and I pick one word for my homeschool. This is my 10th year homeschooling, and this year, the word of my homeschool was atmosphere. And so it's been with that word in mind all year long, all 11 months thus far, that I have been striving to create an atmosphere in my home. An atmosphere that's conducive for the Holy Spirit, an atmosphere that's welcoming, that's soothing, that's calming, that's loving, that's grace-filled, full of love, full of memories, full of laughter, full of baking and cooking and good foods and amazing smells and memories that will last a lifetime. That is the atmosphere I am working on creating in my home, and that's what's important to me. So although the laundry, the vacuuming, cleaning the bathrooms, although those things are mundane, and although sometimes it can be like, I don't want to wash another dish, I don't want to dry or fold another piece of laundry, although it can be, I don't want to clean another bathroom. The reality is these things have to be done anyway, so we might as well do them with joy. We might as well find the joy in the mundane. Sometimes we feel we need big titles, fancy accolades, pats on the back, and none of those things are wrong. But where I'm at right now is, Lord, help me just to be the best me I can be. Help me to be an amazing wife to my husband. We'll be married almost 13 years in April. Help me to be the best wife I can be to him. I have these 5 kids. I have 4 boys and only 1 girl. My girl is 5. My oldest is 15. Help me be the best mom I can be to these children. They're not my children, but you entrusted me with them. They're your children. Help me to raise them in a way that brings you glory, that brings you honor. So I just used my NorweX mini cloth and wiped off my desk and straightened that up. So as I go around hanging up pictures that have fallen, I'm just reminded again of all these amazing thoughts in the atmosphere that I've been working all year to create. Signs of gather, signs of pray, trust, wait, signs of home is where we are. I'm so thankful for this word of the year. It's changed my perspective, the way I've viewed my home, and the way I've acted upon my home. So now we get into one of my favorite rooms in the house, the homeschool room. And so I'm just making sure that I'm not running low on snacks. And I'm just taking a minute to just be thankful, because I understand that to be able to be home with my family and homeschool is a privilege. It's a blessing. I don't take it for granted. And I know that not everyone has a homeschool room, so I'm so thankful that I do have one. 2 of my 5 children at this moment want to be veterinarians. This is one of them. This is Papa. If you watched our videos, you have never seen Papa without a kitten or a cat in his hand. Here's some more reminders. Stay humble, fearless. It is well with my soul. Be humble. And some more scriptures. See, these things remind me of what really matters. And when I want to have a bad day, or I think I'm going to have a bad day, by strategically having the word in my home, by strategically having, you saw me spraying the spray, good smells. You notice that my color scheme throughout my entire house is blues and aquas and teals, that color palette is very soothing, it's very healing, it's very therapeutic. That is the atmosphere I've been working on creating. What kind of atmosphere are you creating in your home? What kind of atmosphere are you creating for your own self? I know when we do this Sabbath prep, sometimes that can be mundane for some people. It's like Sabbath prep, the prep. But what are you really prepping for? And not only who are you prepping for, but how is your inside? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't care if you prepped every week, if you had spotless homes and meals pre-made for the next day. How is your heart? How are you loving? How are you serving? So now I've just moved on to the kitchen. I'm putting dishes away. I love the pioneer woman, if you can't tell. And I decided that the kitchens a little bare. And so bit by bit, I'm starting to make over what I have. Initially, when we sold our beautiful townhouse on 0.03 acres of land to move to this property with over 6 acres, I was so excited. I had so many plans, dreams, aspirations, visions of how I was going to make over this property. Well, things changed, and we literally moved onto this property the week that COVID hit. And let me tell you, things changed. And all those things that I had planned no longer came to fruition. If you follow me, you know I got a new washer and dryer, and I got a new refrigerator. And outside of that, that is it for the inside of this house. Everything you see is as it was when we purchased it. We decided it would be best to the first year to use our resources to build a garden, to get chickens. And then the second year, I started a cut flower farm. And so we used the resources to take care of that. So this upcoming year, which will make 2 years for us, I think we are going to start doing some things inside of the house. I'm so excited about that. I have dreams of adding texture to the walls and getting our hardwood floors and painting and replacing the kitchen sink and the bathroom sinks. Oh, I have dreams. But being here this year and a half without all those things just keeps reminding me I have everything I need, and we don't need as much as we think we need. What I have is enough, and what I've been blessed with, I'm thankful for. So yes, I will be getting floors because it's sanitary, but you know what? The rest of it, I'm not sure I'm in such a rush anymore. The Apostle Paul talks about in all things being content. And the Bible talks about in John 10:10, I have come that they may have life, that they may have it more abundantly. So where did I get the idea? Where do we get the idea? Where did you get the idea that everything had to be put together in every area of our lives? Who defined perfection for us? Who defines it for us? Who says we have to have this and that in our home? Who says that we need this, this, and this? These are things that I have been pondering. These are things that I've been working through and working on. And I'm so grateful that God made me wait. That the Most High made me wait to get the things I want. Actually, I don't have them yet. But I know it's coming. But I'm thankful because I've learned some things. He's taught me some things. And I don't see things the same way. I have went from I hate this, it's ugly and disgusting, to I love everything about this place. I'm thankful for what I've been blessed with. And though I may not have been able to update and modify and do the things that I had planned initially, I still have time. I still have breath. But until God, Yahweh, the Most High, gives me the desires of my heart, I am making sure that I'm being found worthy by the simple things as taking care of my cleaning supplies, having them neat and organized, wiping the counters that I already have. Sometimes I think He wants to see how we take care of what we already have before He gives us more. So since I have a lot of children and small pets, I do try to keep my home as chemical free as possible. So I have a lot of Mrs. Myers and I have a lot of Norwex products. That is predominantly what I use, and sometimes I do a few DIY, but because of these microfiber cloths that Norwex sells that kills 99% of bacteria and germs using just water, I honestly find that I don't need cleaning products. However, recently we did not have water and I could not, truly use my rag. So it just made me know, okay, I need backups. But here I am just showing you that all of my drawers were overall organized. I just have the one um, cabinet that has all of my pots and pans, which you just saw. That was literally all of them, and they were neat and organized. But this one right here, I don't know what happened to this cabinet, but you know what? It was a couple of minutes, and it was good as new. It was simply that when my son was washing the dishes, he just kind of put the stuff under there, and he didn't put them in order. So what I'm going to do, and what I typically do when I see there's an area that may need a little help, or that may be an area of concern, what I do is I think about, okay, what type of solutions could make this better? Growing up, my grandmother had dinner ready every day at 4 o'clock. She was up every Sunday morning early, around 6 or so, making Sunday dinner so that when we got out of church, we could come home and eat. She fed people and took care of them, and I just always loved helping set the table with the china and the beautiful tablecloths. But would you believe I never had my own tablecloth like that? So I have been just really thinking about how I could spruce up my house just a little bit. I don't decorate for holidays, but how can I spruce up my house just a little bit and just make it a little more cozy, just a little more inviting? And that's when it hit me. I'm gonna go and get a tablecloth. It's something simple, but it's gonna change the look of the kitchen until I can renovate it and make it what I want. This is an inexpensive way to go ahead and do that on a budget. So I went to Ross, Marshalls, Home Goods, and you just saw the table spread that I created, and the tablecloth, the chargers, and the mats all came from Home Goods, 50% off. That is how you do a lot with a little. I wanted to make a strawberry pie with fresh whipped cream on top and go out to the garden and pick some flowers. But unfortunately, I ran out of time and I was tired, to just be honest. So this is what I have. I lit my candle, grabbed a book, and I'm being thankful for all of my blessings, big and small. That's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you back next week.